What's up, everybody? How everybody doing today? I'm Chief Running Mouth.
You totally said that weird. What?
said it
How everybody doing today?
How everybody doing today?
It's early, and he's had a lot of trouble
My
speaking
mouth is
today.
not properly moving today.
But this is Chief Running Mouth, and I'm Captain Jenne.
Hi.
And
Today we're gonna give an update.
yeah, so welcome to Jen and Sean's Excellent Adventure, and right now the adventure is long.
Mm-hmm. It's, they always say it's not about the destination, it's
the
about
journey.
the journey. Well, we were like, I have an idea. Let's make the journey longer.
Yeah, that was totally our idea. Exactly.
Yeah, it was planned, right? We planned all that. Look at
Yeah.
that. Well, one of us is a planner in life, and the other one is just kind of, okay. So I'll let you guys comment below. Which one of us do you think is the planner, and which one is the, okay? Who goes by, I'm the planner.
Sure. Sure.
So today we're talking to you guys about an update with our excellent adventure. Now,
Yeah.
we had spoken before that October of 2021 was our
Goal date.
it was our penciled in date.
Yeah,
for,
to get married.
Yeah.
But the world is not being gracious to that date right now. It's really, really hard to see that as like we can definitely get married that date, especially since our wedding is a travel out of town. With everything going on, yes, numbers are going down, things are getting better, but we're not anywhere near the clear, and people are still saying like there could be another spike. There's this.
There's a whole lot of uncertainty.
Yeah, and I think when you get married, you at least need to be certain about a few things, and one of them is the date. So. And
we don't want. One of the things that we said from the start is we don't want to take a chance, A, infecting anybody, or B, having a super spreader event, because of the fact that we care about everybody and we are very precautious on everything that we do when it comes to this pandemic stuff. So we also were talking about that as a bride, you know, the place that we're going to go, they're requiring masks. You don't want to walk down the aisle wearing a mask. I don't want to walk down the aisle wearing a mask. You know what I mean?
When did we talk about that?
Well,
what do you mean the place that we're going requires masks?
Well, like indoors at places require masks.
Oh, yeah. Like okay, I was like,
sorry.
You mean buying a dress?
No. I'm sorry. I meant like the actual.
Our house doesn't.
I mean the actual like event. You don't want to be that bride that's like walking down the aisle with the mask.
Well, only because I'd be chewing gum the whole time.
But I
have to chew gum in order to wear a mask because it cuts the gag reflex. It's a weird thing. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd explain.
So if you have, that's a good thing though. If you're one of the people that do get choked up or gagged by,
it's weird, but like the idea of just like, it's the heat and then I don't know.
I'm sure you're not the only person that it does.
Yeah, the masks gross me out. Like even thinking about it, I'm kind of getting there right now. But if I chew gum, it stops any of that. So I basically just chew gum the entire time I wear a mask, and it's great for my teeth.
But we've talked about this since the beginning about the event, and we don't want to create an event that can possibly hurt anybody.
Yeah. And the idea that could be we could just do all this planning and then get to September and then we realize, oh no, things are pretty bad and we still can't safely do this. We'd have to cancel it. It just seems a little impractical. So we're eyeing October 2022, which is later than I wanted. But it is what it is. If things really start looking up, we may change our minds because we do have a lot of the pre-planning done. That is like 7 months away, though. Like, do you realize that? It's only 7 months away.
I didn't even realize that it was that
it's
close.
It's almost March because you have March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah. And then October would be the 8th. So it's like 7 months away.
But that's the thing is, the best part is the stuff that we have planned and that we've started planning for this wedding. most of it is we're very simplistic people when it
Yeah.
comes to this. So
I don't need a whole lot.
It's not like we're like, well, we have to arrange when the horse and carriage is going to come in, when the doves are flying, and then the jets are flying over, and then the helicopter with the banner. No, we don't have all that.
I don't know anybody that has all of that. Usually they stop at horse and carriage, but that's fine.
There's a couple watching this like, we did.
Yeah.
If you're that couple, let us know, because that's awesome. But
most of everything's kind of figured out, and again, if we get there and I can't have the decorations that I wanted, that's fine. I don't care. My whole purpose is to just marry you. That's it. That's the only thing I'm there for. So I don't care about flowers. I don't care if we have to go get like there's no Publix up there. Where do you get cakes?
Kroger's. They have good cakes.
Is it Publix good?
No. No offense, Kroger's. I think it's good, but my mom.
Oh yeah.
My mom said that she'll make it.
So that's taken care of, and
my mom's a good baker.
I'm excited. I'm totally excited.
My mom's adorable. She's like sending us stuff like, hey guys, if you need us to do this, or we can get the family involved to make food. My mom's like gung-ho, and she's like...
And that's great, because we are doing it a little bit more DIY, so we don't have to put a deposit on a caterer, and we don't have to put a deposit on a venue, because we're getting married at your dad's church. So, like, he's the pastor at the church kind of thing. So, it's just... There's not a lot of moving pieces, I guess, so we could, at the last minute, decide to get married in 2021. But I think it's better that we, right now, think about maybe 2022 is what we need to do. That way we don't get our hopes up for 2021 and then, well, guess we can't do it.
And then also, we got to look at not just the wedding aspect of it, but the honeymoon and things like that.
And the travel. My family would have to travel up to Ohio, because if you missed the reason why we're getting married where his family lives, even though I only live a few hours from where my family lives, his family is comprised of like 1 million people, but realistically closer to like 100. I think we mapped it out, and it's like 70-something people.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
My family is comprised of like 4, maybe 5, like, that would actually come. That's it. So definitely doing it up there. So, but they would have to travel. So travel would have to be safe. And right now it's really not. And I don't know that will change by October. So if our families lived in the same city, this might be a much easier decision.
Oh, yeah.
If our families both lived in Florida and it was just a drive to get there, that'd be so easy.
Right.
So easy. I'd be like, yeah, let's just get married. We'll keep it easy. I don't even care that everyone wears masks. I'll just be chewing gum the whole time, but that's fine. Or we could do like a big spread out outdoor thing, except it's Florida in October, which means we'll probably get a hurricane, but that's fine.
That's okay. It's just rain. It adds to the photos.
Yeah.
But overall, when we were talking about this, and we decided, like, because we promised you guys from the start that we're going to bring you along. We've even said in the past when we did the planning videos, what we're doing and what our ideas are for the wedding, we could do in a month, maybe 2 months at the most.
We're just having fun doing it early, but...
And we just wanted to make sure that we are prepared, because I'm a planner.
We do need to know enough ahead of time to let people travel. Because there's also friends that are here that would probably want to travel up and be a part of it. Like I said, I'm not having a bridal party, but it doesn't mean I couldn't have close friends be there and do bridal party type things. I still
want to organize my best man
with a Halo tournament,
with the Call of
Duty tournament. I mean, that's fine, but again, we'd all have to be able to be in the same place at the same time, and right now we can't. So there's just too much uncertainty for us to say 2021 looks like it. I don't think 2021 looks like it. I think that spending an extra year as fiancés is not the end of the world. I think that that's a part of the journey that people skip too often. It's...
A lot of people are like, as soon as they get engaged, they're like, all right, I have
a couple of months we're going to get married.
I have 8 months at max to get married. And it's like, why?
Well, I mean, the whole point of being fiancés is that you're going to get married. So some people do want to just skip that part and say, all right, let's get married. but I think I'm trying to see the bright side and, you know, say, let's enjoy the process a little longer, I guess. I'm just a see the bright side kind of person. And would I like to get married in 2021? Yes, I really would. But I don't know that I can bank on it, and I'd rather not be disappointed. I think, again, about July, if things are starting to look really good, then we can say, okay, guys, in 3 months, we're getting married. Let's do this. And that gives enough people time to get plane tickets, and if travel seems like it's safe. It gives people enough time to get plane tickets. It gives people enough time to take off work. It gives people a chance at being there. But I think any later than July, and we would either have to push the wedding back or push it all the way back to the next October. Because I'm flexible. I could do November. I could do December even. But
we like the whole fall thing.
I do.
Also, can I give a point of advice?
Sure.
At least for me, if you're getting married, don't send me an invitation a year in advance, because I'm gonna forget.
Ow!
I don't know if you
hit my back on the bookshelf.
I don't know if you're like me, but like I've gotten invitations to weddings like a year in advance, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna go, and then I forget.
No, it's important to do that. This is, of course, like his perspective, never having done a wedding before. You have to send the save the dates out early so that people go, oh, okay, that date, I will block it off on my calendar. I won't schedule a vacation then, because people do schedule their vacations a year out when there isn't a pandemic. And I won't do this, I won't do that. I'll make sure. So the save the dates are really important. And
okay, well then I just fail at remembering. So no, it's always been one of those things where like I'm like, okay, an invitation, cool, and unless I put it on my fridge to remember every time I open to go get cereal, I don't remember it.
That's why people send save the date magnets to put it on your fridge. Like, that's a thing. I haven't been to a wedding in a really long time.
I will handwrite on a blank card and glue a magnet to it and mail it to the people that we're inviting.
You know, I just realized I haven't been to a wedding in years, and I think it's because all of our friends are super young or, like, not on that track. The last wedding I was at was Jen's. And we weren't even at, like, the wedding part. It was just the reception.
It was just food.
Yeah, which I love that, like a private ceremony and then like reception with people, but that's definitely not going to fly with your family apparently. So.
That was actually really cool because we went to a place and then they had
it was just a restaurant.
Yeah, and they had Nightmare Before Christmas playing because both of them love that movie, and
there was so much cake. There were like 6 different cakes. It was amazing.
And a bunch of snacks.
Yeah, snacks.
And then I made a mistake and talked about football to somebody.
He talked about football to somebody that will talk your ear off about football for like 12 hours, but it's fine. So anyway, that was the last wedding I was at, and it seems like so long ago, but that was also the only wedding I was at in the last like 8 years, I think. So
I've been at,
I think, 2
others, and since I've been in Florida before then, and I worked both of them as a photographer. So.
It's at least been, that's the only one in like 5 years. But again, it's because all of our friends are like 20 and or not on that track right now. We have a lot of friends that are just, focusing on themselves and building their business and stuff like that. So.
And we've also seen a lot of our friends that have gotten married have just done it at the courthouse. And they were like, simple, we're going to go, this guy's going to, notary is going to be like,
yeah, there's a former member of Noise Complaint that got married at the courthouse like that, and it was just such a them thing to do. It was such a beautiful thing, and we're so happy for her.
I think it's cool that there's so many different ways of getting married. So many different styles, because it fits every person's personality. There's something. So
why are we putting ourselves through this and not just eloping like I wanted to do? We could get married tomorrow. If we eloped, we could get married tomorrow. You could, traveling, we could just drive up there. We could camp the whole way. I don't understand why we can't just do that.
Because there's snow right now, and we're not going to go to the snow.
Okay, well, what if you and I just we drove down to a beautiful spot in the Keys and got married?
Dad, you going to fly out there?
He can't fly right now.
Oh. But yeah, there's currently 12 inches at my parents' house of snow, and then they're about to get like 4 to 6 more tomorrow.
Whew.
So
yeah, no.
That's why I don't live in Ohio anymore. I'm about to say Florida. That's why I don't live in Ohio anymore.
Yeah, that's why I want to move to Arizona.
Yeah, dry.
Guys, okay, let me just put this out there. Arizona might be like where it's at, okay? Because we were looking for where we would live if we didn't live in Florida. And I was like, well, what about Arizona? Okay, let me just give you a nice Arizona commercial here. First of all, it really never gets below like 35. Florida gets lower than 35 sometimes, but it never gets below 35. Yes, it gets up to like 107 on a really, really bad year, but like generally summers go up to about 104. Florida goes up to 101, and we've got humidity here. It's just dry out there. That's great. They have 4 tornadoes a year in the entire state.
We
looked it up. We looked it up. They have 4 tornadoes a year in the entire state. Do you know how many tornadoes happened in Florida in a year? What is it, 66?
I think it was 56 or 66.
It was 66. Here. And do you know how many happen in Texas every year?
155.
Yeah. I'll take 4.
Yeah.
And then, like, he was like, well, they have snakes and scorpions. Well, there's scorpions and snakes in Florida, too. But there's also alligators and Floridians. So I really think Arizona might be the place to go. And do you know how beautiful it is there? There are so many hiking trails with like
that one. I'm sorry.
I was trying to keep it going.
I'm professional. I am a professional vlogger. I can get this together.
I think we have already established we are not
You
professional.
broke me. Oh my god.
So, but there's all these hiking trails with these beautiful like gorges, and yeah, it's all deserty, but how pretty is that? Oh my goodness. So why don't we live in Arizona again? It's too far from my family, but I could get them to move to Arizona. It's close enough to where Andy films the tennis stuff.
We could just be like, hey guys, just pack your stuff. We're going to go for a trip. Like, how much stuff?
All of it.
But no, I think I've never been to Arizona, but I've seen pictures.
I haven't either, but the more research I do, the more I realize that might be a beautiful place to live.
I tell you what.
And no yards.
That's right.
Y'all gotta see this yard. We have to do a house tour. I think that's the next thing that we should film. I think we need to film a house tour. I guess we gotta clean the house first, but we should do a house tour, including the outside, so that you guys can see this freaking yard that we have to deal with. Okay, this is insane.
Our front yard is bigger than our backyard.
Our side yard is bigger than our backyard. We have a 270-degree yard. If we lived in Arizona, it wouldn't cost us anything or take all of our time to mow a lawn. It would just be rocks. I'm good with rocks.
We've actually talked about that. Like, we bought this house because there's a house around the corner.
I know, but there's too much yard. That'd be too much rocks.
That's a whole lot of rocks.
It would.
We're going to have a fun with Dick and Jane moment where we're just stealing rocks and just slowly putting them in there, like how they stole grass.
Yeah, I love that movie so much. But yeah. Anyway, that was our update.
I think I like the idea of still, like, in July to revisit the date. Yeah. But I agree that I think as of right now, I think we should plan for 2022 October.
I think so too. Definitely.
It sucks a lot, but
yeah.
I would rather us be safe and everybody be able to come and enjoy themselves without any type of fear or anything like that than to just wait a year and make sure that everybody's okay and everybody's happy.
Yeah. I think so too. And I'd like to have some options for a honeymoon. Right now there's just none. I'd like to have some options.
We remember how we talked about, like, going different places as we go down.
Can Arizona be one of them?
I was going to say, what if we go...
Let's just go straight to... But let's stay.
I
might be a little over Florida right now, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for joining us on this update of Jen and Sean's excellent adventure. We have... obviously a house tour video to film soon and lots of other videos. We just filmed an Ipsy unboxing and I should be getting my wax melt soon.
Ooh.
So it's time for the Smelly Club soon.
The Smelly Club.
If you don't know what the Smelly Club is, look on our channel for the burlap bag unboxing and you will get to know what the Smelly Club is. It's not as bad as it sounds. So anyway, This was a lot of fun, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys.